Most students who struggle with the AI-900 exam don't fail because the concepts are too complex. They fail because Microsoft's questions are scenario-based. You aren't asked to define regression. You're asked to help a retail company predict next month's revenue. Without a clear strategy for application, those specific business problems can make even the simplest concepts feel confusing. To navigate those questions, you need to recognize the 6 major AI workloads and, more importantly, identify the specific triggers that tell you exactly when to use them. Think of Azure AI as a specialized set of tools. Each one in this kit is engineered for a singular type of problem. Using a hammer to drive a screw doesn't work, and neither does using the wrong AI workload. Scoring high is about matching these tools to the scenarios in the prompts. Let's identify those matches. Classification sorts data into predefined categories. Your email provider does this, diverting messages to your inbox or spam. It handles 2 categories, like a medical system detecting disease, or multiple categories, like an app identifying an apple, banana, or orange. On the exam, look for the action words: predict weather, identify if, or label as. These indicate a classification task. Regression is different. You use this workload to predict a specific continuous number. If you have data on a house's size and location, a regression model analyzes those features to estimate a final sale price. You'll also see this when predicting tomorrow's temperature or forecasting a store's monthly sales volume. Your trigger words here are predict the value, estimate the amount, or forecast the number. The distinction is the output. Classification identifies which group an item belongs to, while regression calculates a specific numerical value. Clustering is our discovery tool. Use this when you need to group similar items together, but the groups aren't defined yet. An e-commerce company with 1 million customers might use this to find shopping patterns they didn't know existed. The AI analyzes the data and finds one group that only buys electronics and another that only shops during holiday sales. Remember this for the exam. In classification, you provide the categories. In clustering, the AI finds them for you. Now we move to the sensory workloads, starting with computer vision. This is the workload that enables AI to process and understand visual inputs, like images and videos. This powers everything from the face unlock on your smartphone to the systems in self-driving cars that detect pedestrians. It's also how medical AI scans X-rays to find early signs of disease. When the exam prompt mentions images, detecting objects, or recognizing faces, your answer is computer vision. Natural language processing, or NLP, is the workload for text and speech. It allows machines to interpret, analyze, and respond to human language. This is what runs the chatbots on websites and the voice assistants in your home. It's also used for sentiment analysis, where a model reads thousands of customer reviews to identify the feeling behind the text. Here is the rule of thumb. If the data needs eyes to see it, it's computer vision. If it needs ears or a mouth to hear or speak it, it's NLP. Generative AI is a unique category because it creates instead of just analyzing. It is designed to produce entirely new content based on an initial prompt. This includes large language models like ChatGPT that write responses, or tools like DALL-E that generate original images from a text description. If the goal of the scenario is to generate, create, or produce original text, audio, or visual media, generative AI is the correct choice. Let's lock these triggers into a final cheat sheet. When the scenario asks to predict a number, choose regression. When it asks to sort into categories or label an item, choose classification. If you need to find unknown groups within your data, pick clustering. For images and videos, use computer vision. For text and speech, use NLP. And if the task is to create new content, select generative AI. The AI-900 exam will test your ability to hunt for these specific action words within a story. Focus on what the business is trying to achieve, and the correct workload will become clear. You now have the framework to match the right tool to any exam scenario. In our next video, we'll see how these workloads are implemented using Azure's specific AI services. Subscribe to follow along as we continue the prep.